Hey y'all. I'm actually sitting, but today is Friday. And I'll be releasing, I don't know when you'll see this, probably Saturday or Sunday, I don't know. But I was sitting in my car and the police rolled up on me. And I was like, not today. Not today, 5-0. I already got to go to court already for acting a fool around Black Lives Matter movement energy. I done hopped out I got a ticket and the cop, I don't know if I said this story, but one of the tarot people that uses tarot on YouTube was talking about doing something shocking. Look, I done got off track already. And that something was going to really shocking happen for fire signs. And I done told the police, I mean, he pulled me over. He was just pulling me over, okay? And before he can get to the car, I'm like, just give me the ticket. You know, just give me the ticket. I was on my cell phone. Supposedly, he thought I was on my cell phone. And so I was like, just give me the, and he was like, whoa, whoa, lady, like, calm down. I will take your black ass down, sister. Calm it down. He was cute. He was Mexican. He was nice. You know, he ended up giving me like a warning. But anyway, long story short. So the police was behind me. So I was like, oh shit, you know. And as, I didn't really see him. And so then I turned around and a fire truck came up on the side of me. You guys, I'm kind of stiff today. My body is hurting so bad. And so the sun, you know, it's raining where I'm at. So the sun came down through my sunroof and I just got this message. And so you guys will hear me doing all my ranting and raving. I don't want to promise. I may do some cards for Halloween, just for the night or for that first week of November, because I think November, because it's going into Sagittarius month, I got a lot going on. Somebody say, yeah, you do. Yes, I do. I have a lot going on, you guys. I really got to think about that, you know, because I have somewhat of a confession. I don't want to say it on here. I'll say it during the reading. By the time you guys see this, which will be Saturday or Sunday, you will have heard all the drama behind my earth sign liar. And so what I was trying to say, the sun came in, the police behind me, the fire truck pulls up on the side of me, he hits his light. So it was like I had a not an epiphany, I had a you know, just like something I wanted to get off my mind outside of all the ranting and raving that I did. Blame it on the moon, blame it on the Scorpio, blame it. You know, speaking of moon, you guys, I am not sexually active at this time in my life. I've decided to not be, in spite of what others may think. Oh, I will open up that kundalini on that ass. But when the moons come around, there's a heightened sense of sexuality for me. And even if I'm not feeling it, other people are sensing it or feeling it about me. And it's really hard. It's really hard. You gotta be like, stand back, stand back. No, let me stop. So I hate being on camera, you guys. I'm trying not to look dead at the camera, but I stopped. I had to pull over and stop so I can get this off my chest, off my mind. Did you guys see my nipple almost fall out during the Donnell Jones? I was so scared. Like, I couldn't see that far because I recorded it from a different device. I was like, oh my God, if my nipple falls. I was gonna lose it. I was gonna be like, oh shit, right? Don't let the nipple fall out. Yeah, that was gonna be real bad. So anyways. So I stopped because what I want to convey sometimes, you guys, as soon as I turn on the camera and I start talking to you guys, I'm pulling all the energy in from either the people that want to hear this or need to hear this. And so I get all like, you know, like the fire is all over. So I try and calm myself down because usually in the car, I'm very calm. I'm very calm for the most part. I don't have road rage. I just be like, long as we don't hit each other, I don't care. So the message came in, and the message was, for those that are healers, light workers, you know, I'm all of the above, high priest, whatever title you want to give me, I'm plugged in, okay? I'm tapped in. outside of like the relationships, unrequited love, or when you've been cheated on, or when you feel like you've been lied to or deceptive, or you didn't listen to your intuition with hopeful thoughts and wishful thinking, because that can happen. You can have, you know, very high intuition and then just not get what you're supposed to get, right? You could just not get it. Because like I said, even though I've been really fucked over a lot, victimized a lot by family, friends, you know, men, institutions, whatever, I'm very trusting, because I don't just run around carrying all that. I mean, I guess it impacts me deeply, it does, but I don't just necessarily think everybody's like that. Now, I do have a radar and antenna that, you know, can hone in on some shit. But the point I'm trying to make about that, you guys, is that, because people will be like, well, how come you're clairvoyant or you don't know, right? Has nothing to do with that. I'm always going to be protected. I'm always going to have a spirit of discernment. I was born with that. So all you people that consider yourself healers, intuitive, or whatever you know, however you define yourself, I don't define myself, really. I try not to. I try and stay away from that. I am all things, right? And all things are me. And you see me how you want to see me. So, what I wanted to say is that, you know, I want to encourage people who are doing this kind of work, that if you're in a relationship with men, because it can be hard, that don't respect this game, you know, that you got, Reiki, chakra, whatever you're doing, we need to try and align ourselves with people that are like us. Because sometimes when you tell a person, you know, I'm a tarot card reader, or I'm a spiritualist, or, you know, I'm psychic, or I'm clairvoyant, and they're doing things behind your back, deception, lying to you, you know, it's almost like a source of manipulation. And trust me, the people that are manipulating are very gifted too. They watch, they analyze, and they also are intuitive and healers. But they may use it, carriers. I just saw a truck that said carriers. They're also carriers. They have the gene. So people that are manipulating, they're just using their gifts to do things that are not in line to the highest purpose of self. And for me, J-Law, I want you to be free. I have no, I can't say I don't have no manipulation in me, but my manipulation is being manipulated by God and by my source to say, hey, it's here to free you. So yes, I can have a lot of power and control over people, and trust me, I do, without even doing it, without even, you know, purposely doing it, because I do see, and I see deeply, and I feel deeply, and I know, you know, deeply. Excuse me, I know what I know, and I know. So I really want to encourage people that when people don't respect that, and they're doing things, you know, like they're lying straight to your face, or they're manipulating, or they're using, or whatever, they don't respect your calling. And that's another thing you have to think about. And when you run into people that you like see, you're like guides to each other, you know, they could have not ascended to the place where you are. They could not be at that level where they released a lot of stuff, or where they have processed or healed. You know, like my twin flame got me together. He got me together, honey. So now I'm just like up here, I'm like flying high. And I used to tell him the same things. He had a gift of not only the gift of gab, persuasion, manipulation, but he uses for his bad, and he's an addict, so, you know, whatever, it is what it ain't, you know. But also align yourself. This is for the men and the women. I'm talking from a woman's perspective because I'm a woman, but, you know, men are gifted too. Nobody's an island in their self or on their own. But try to align yourself with like-minded people, meaning, you know, healers take advantage of people too. Spiritualists take advantage of people too. Pastors, preachers, everybody that's in their spiritual, religious, you know, cosmic force are not all good people, okay? And they do use their power. However, if you're gifted, you can be aware of that. But we get vulnerable, right? We fall into traps and stuff sometimes because we don't want to have to use all our resources. You know, for me, sometimes I'm just like, can you just love me? Can you keep it open, honest, 500? Because I'm going to love you to your best of your ability. I'm going to try not to let you and your demons and your unresolved issues and your hurt and your pain impact me, because that's when you're having a problem. It's like we're all dealing with things, you know, still, even me still, you know, I'm getting better, much better. But it's like I want to love you to be free. So I have no I have no use to manipulate you or use my powers. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't feel good. It's unauthentic. It's dishonest. It's disgenuine. And then for people that are very controlling, like the man that I'm with, when you control people, you don't get to see them in their authentic self. So unless you gifted, you know, then you see them either way. You know, and who wants to sit up around somebody who's not being themselves? It pushes you to, when you're in a meeting, a business meeting, family dinners, you know, Thanksgiving is coming up and everybody's sitting around like, and you gotta kind of like adjust your energy to deal with that. And that's why, like, I've had to cut out a lot of my friends because I just can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. You guys have become, where is my love life? What can it be? Computer blue. You guys have become my source of support and vice versa because I just can't. So when people are controlling you or manipulating you, it's because they're not really wanting to see their authentic self. They're afraid to show it for whatever reason. They don't feel comfortable. They don't feel safe. And it's not your business to love everybody and nurture everybody up to their safeness. It's your place to protect yourself. So if you're around somebody that's volatile and angry and you're all patient, kind, and tell them to keep that shit to their self because there's transference of spirits, especially when you're involved with people sexually, you know, and intimately. And you don't even have to. It could just be transfer of spirits. You know, I'm become a receptor for channeling, and I have medium abilities. So I can be around somebody and they could be craving something and I'll go out and eat the shit and I'm not hungry. So somebody said you're digressing. I am. I'm always. But once I started, whatever I say, it's open. But I really want to focus in on, like I said, if you're a free person and you're free spiritually, mentally, or you're trying to be free, you're in the phases where you're just trying to keep it together, or you've released yourself from people like that, don't involve yourself with someone who's controlling and manipulating you, because before you know it, in order to survive that situation, you will be controlling and manipulating to maintain your freedom. You know, you'll start dancing like Duck Duck Goose. And, you know, if you're an honest person, don't align yourself with the liar. If you're a giver, be around giving people. Don't align yourself with someone who's in a relationship where they're being used and they're using people, because they will come to you when you're like, here, I'm a giver. And because they've been dealing with this, they may not even want to, but subconsciously, because that's how their environment has been, another relationship, another mate, they're going to use you. You know, even if they don't mean to, or intentionally, if you don't mean to, then you stop. That's how I feel. If you didn't mean to hurt me, then you stop. You slow that shit down. You apologize. You make amends. You allow us to heal, and then you go your separate ways. Because people do get caught up. You know, I understand. People do get caught up. But the message is to make sure that you align yourself with people that are like you. You know, opposites attract, but that shit is only going to be cute for so long, and then you're going to, like, you know, you're going to be like chasing, and then it's going to be like, okay. So I just heard, because I was going to tell you guys this, let your crazy meet their crazy. Okay? If they crazy and your crazy don't meet, don't let yourself always be the one without. For instance, we'll take sex, since I mentioned sex. If you got sex addiction issues, obsessive compulsive, whatever, it don't matter, and you like to do it 3 times a day, and you nasty Nancy, or you fucking Fred, you know, don't go and get blushing Betty, okay, and expect for her to be sleazy Sally, okay? You get with the sleazy Sally, and you be nasty Nathan, and y'all do your thing. Here's the thing. That movie, Silver Linings. Here's the silver lining. Let your crazy meet their crazy, okay? Don't always be satisfying your partner and all their sexual needs. They want to do it 3 times a day, they do it. And you might just want to do it on Thursdays at 9 o'clock. But because they done wore you out 3 times a day, when Thursday come on 9 o'clock, they like, I can't do it. You're like, wait, hold on. I got to get mine. Right? So on 9 o'clock on Thursday, make sure your sexual partner, if y'all caught up in the, you know, whatever, let your crazy meet their crazy. Because we all have idiosyncrasies. We all are struggling with some form of, you know, something. Sex, shopping, whatever. It don't even have to be addiction, but since the Black Lilith Moon is coming, I can read your mind, babe. I know what you're thinking. Okay, so I'm here for you guys to constantly be aware of yourself, whatever self that fucking is, however many there is. I'm always like, you can tell me. That's why I tell people, you ain't got a lot to kick it. Like, just tell me. I get it. Trust me, I've heard a lot. I get it. Don't nothing get past me, okay? And like I said, when you're around people who don't feel like they can be authentic with themselves, then you just like, well, damn, now I gotta try and find some way to like be phony with you. And that don't work for me. Like, I don't want to do that, right? And as you clear that space out, yeah, it will get lonely and you will have some times, but shit, start a YouTube channel, get talking shit to track like-minded people. It's so many people out in the world, right? In this universe, on these different continents and planets. So you can't always be left without. You know, if it's some kind of magnetic pull that seems unhealthy and you're unhealthy, then you're just in an unhealthy place. You just got to keep it with yourself. You just in an unhealthy place. You've attracted. We fell in love in a hopeless place. You attracted somebody else. But all I'm saying is let your crazy be your crazy. If they always drunk dialing you or drunk sexting you or drunk, can you come get me, and y'all go home and y'all do the damn thing. But then when your drunk ass get drunk, because both of y'all drunks, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Let your crazy meet their crazy. Both of y'all drunks, okay? Both of y'all hurting. Both of you guys are healing. Both of you guys have childhood trauma, addiction, you know, whatever. Fucked up childhood. Some people are like, everybody's not been sexually molested, or everybody doesn't have, you know, substance abuse. Sometimes you could be in a family where there's a lot of mental abuse, you know, a lot of people that are manipulating and controlling, you know, or emotional abuse, you know what I'm saying? So if you can't text them and drunk dial them and say, baby, come get me, and then we go, cut them off. Because somehow your needs are not getting met, unhealthy or not. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real because that is real. That is what's real for me. Let me just say, disclaimer for me, okay? So that just came to me. Silver Lining, the movie, I might put a link. And also Internal, Spotless Mind, Eternal Sunshine with Jim Carrey. Speaking of Jim Carrey, I just want to say to the police officer who was at my daughter's school standing in front of the attendance clerk desk when I went in to check her out, about you with that, hi. You know what? I can't with this surveillance that I'm under. I can't. Y'all just kill me. Yes, the attendance lady has said things to me in the past when I tried to clear my daughter's absence. You all standing in front of the desk. Y'all motherfuckers. Let me stop. Hi. Hi, officer. I haven't went off on nobody yet, okay? You guys will be the first to know, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. So anyways. Yeah, and then y'all, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It has to be reciprocal. You know, they talk to me crazy, tell me all kind of shit. You know, I try and clear my daughter out, you know, whatever. Just like the doctors and the nurses and all the staff that talk to me crazy. But then when I say something, it's like, oh my God, she's paranoid, schizophrenic. She's gonna, you guys create scenes to make me look crazy. You'll create a motherfucking scene. You'll call 12 motherfucking employees up, don't have my medical record. Yeah, but when I get with you, it's like, oh no. That shit don't work like that, right? I'm a human being. I have feelings. I have more. And y'all motherfuckers know you've been stepping on my toes. And so you're wondering, like, well, when is she going to take flight? Maybe never. If you got people, you guys, make sure that shit is reciprocal. All right? If you always giving your partner money, emotional support, love, kindness, and they bitter and stingy, and like to isolate, cut they asses off, because now your crazy is not getting met, or your needs. And you guys, when you're dealing with all these things that, you know, including me, where you're like, how can I be so here and then I could fuck up here? Well, because that's just the way it is. That's the fucking way it is, right? But what I'm learning, when I tell a man, or if they find out and then they think they could do all that shit, lie, and I'm like, you don't really respect me. Didn't I tell you? I shouldn't have to prove it to you. So surround yourself, shit. Marry a shaman. I'm not saying other priests and people don't have that idiosyncrasies, but for people that are gifted, it gets harder to be with people that got so many issues, because I'm not trying to have nobody else work out their issues on me or work them out on me. I'm not trying to help you. I'm not trying to heal you. I'm just like, look, I just need you to be honest with me so I can engage with you. But I'm not here. I'm not the doormat no more. I'm not going to be the counselor. I'm not going to be the therapist. I'm not opening up your kundalini if it's stuck. If it's stuck, we ain't got to do it. It's cool with me. I'm done with that, because people just absorb all of that and then they don't change, and then they're not changing for you. Now, if you meet a rough diamond, because that would be me, and they're that diamond in that rough, okay, well, you got to let them rough it out, smooth out their edges, polish themselves to meet your rough diamond ass. Don't be upholding their shit. You know, not everybody that cheat or get caught up, I mean, I can't say, because I don't really know what the other person is thinking. And if someone's not willing to, like, you know, just open up and tell you, hey, look, this is what happened, I was caught, then you can't work with them. And then you got to believe them when they tell you. But if you're intuitive and people say shit to you, you know, you get that feeling like, you know, you could be giving them the side eye, like you're looking at them, and you can tell when someone's being genuine. You know, it'll kind of hit you, you know, in that place. Or when someone's crying, you could tell when them tears coming down their eyes are burning, or when them tears are being held back, or when the emotions are being held back. You know, if you're intuitive and empathic, you can kind of tell. So my word for you guys is, let your crazy be met. Don't let yourself be without. And don't judge yourself. You know, wherever you are there for a reason. I'm attracting a lot of karmic relationships because I'm either getting ready to transform one of them. And then everybody that comes into my life, all my exes, they may not want to tell you, but they know I'm that one. I gave it to them. I'm spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. And so, you know, I can no longer, as I look back over my life, and I look back all the situations I've come out of, and, you know, the different experiences with men. I'm talking about relationships because of the Scorpio Moon, the darkness, and all this stuff. I can't go back. You know, like, I can't go back and repeat those lessons. So they're coming different. You know, some of the undertones and undercurrents are the same, but it's like, no, I won't ever go back to dating that person that did this, or I won't ever go back to doing that. So when people come into your life, though, they have to be willing and trusting to want to change. If you know that your partner has the upper hand on you in one area, don't fight them about it. Don't come with your ego. Say, I would like for you to help me if you can. If you love me, can you show me that way? And then that person has to be trusting of you, and you have to be trusting of them. So a lot of times men who are old school and traditional, like, well, woman's place, this is one place, that you're shorting yourself, honey. And women who know that they got it like that, where they'll put their mother foot down on him and be like, check this out. You want him salivating at the mouth, you're the queen. Men, when you know that you have a woman like that, instead of fighting with her, and, you know, you just don't have it in you. Whatever she has, the wisdom, the knowledge, get it from her. Nurture, let her nurture you and grow, and be committed to that. Don't be mad at her because you ain't got that, because for women, your man, you may be all about it, you know, in the home life, and the mental, and the emotional, and the spiritual, but financially, your man got that hustle. He got that leadership quality that you don't have. You might be the person that sees and feels, but you might not have that drive to implement what he has. Respect him for that. Let him do his thing. That's his arena. That's where he shines. That's where all this competition and fighting, it's like, it's ridiculous to me, because I have something that you don't have, and you have something that I don't have, and instead of me fighting with you about it and trying to outdo, I'm like, can I have some of that, please? Please, can I? Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, but that's me, because I'm growing and I'm open. But I'm just saying, like, when you come up against some stubborn entities that sometimes they're afraid of you. They're afraid of what you've brought to them, because now they have to see themselves and face themselves. If you don't want to fuck with it, then keep fucking with Simple Sam, you know, Terrible Teresa, using Ursula. Stay in your motherfucking lane. Don't come over here with the high priestess, the fucking empress, who's illuminating, the queen of wands, the queen of cups. Don't come over here and then you want to stay in that, on that sector, on that way. Then stay there. It's okay. It's okay. And same thing for men. You know, don't be this great man who's overcome all these things. You know, you're the emperor. You know, you're the high priestess. You're the wise sultan. And then you fucking around with, and there may be a reason that you want to fuck around with hottie toddy. You might have that hottie toddy in you, but after a while, the levels start to, you know, it get a little tricky. You know, you like Alice in Wonderland and you're falling through the rabbit hole, right? So when you meet someone, try to make sure that their like qualities are more like yours, more aligned to yours. less problems, because sometimes people will sit back and they'll absorb all your gangster, all your goodness, and then they'll be like, oh God, now I gotta perform. Well, if they're not really that person, they're gonna fail anyways. They're not gonna be able to meet you, and don't waste your time. I know I don't have a lot of time to waste. After all the relationships, I've had some I said I've been engaged 9 times. They were like marriages for me, you know? So I'm like, I really don't have that energy to give you. If you need to fix yourself, then you listen to me. Take the counsel, take the wisdom, take the love, take the caring, because I want you to be free. I can't be myself being with someone who's not of the same, cut from the same cloth. You know what I mean? Like, some people are willing to change, but if you meet somebody who stayed in abusive, and this go for men or women, or live-in situations, or with someone, and they meet you and you're free to love and you're not attached to nobody, and you say, well, it took me to come along. Yes, sometimes it takes a person to come along, you know, blow a little wind your way, put a little fire under your ass. But if you were already that kind of tolerant person, because I look at all the things I broke out of and fought myself out of. How I was just like, this ain't working for me. And I've been in situations where I've allowed myself to be manipulated and used to get myself to a better place. And that shit didn't feel good. And a lot of times, I just walk the fuck away because I'm not that one. Like, I don't want you stealing all my riches, you know, and taken from me, from what's been passed down to me and given to me in high places that, you know, I mean, I don't want that. I mean, who wants a wealthy husband, or who wants a wealthy husband who's giving them everything in material world, but you can't satisfy me spiritually? I don't want that shit. Or emotionally, you're unattached, and here I am all emotional and giving and loving. I got this Pisces. I don't want that shit. Because you want to feel like a man, you want to feel in control. Well, then that's when I'm going to sneak out the door with Simple Sam, who's going to fulfill that need. He may not have the ducats, but he going to fulfill that need in me. You know, and same thing with the men. You want the trophy girl, you want the trophy wife, and this is that and the other, but she can't cook, she can't clean, and your mom was a homemaker, and you just like, you gonna go with that girl, the woman, that's why I said don't size people partner up, who don't look like nothing, but she throwing down. She making Chinese food, chicken gizzards, you know, Indian food. I mean, yeah, because that's something that you need, that comfort. And then, you know, like I said, I got on a tangent, you guys, but I'm just saying, know you're fucking crazy. Know you're crazy. Don't let nobody else tell you about your crazy. When you've matured, you can say, yeah, I want you to get down on your knees and lick this boot. You know you're crazy, or you know, I want you to get your ass up and get on that plane. Don't pack nothing. Just get your ass on the plane. I want to see you. Okay? Your flight's at 10. Get your ass to the airport. Know you're crazy. Bitch, get your purse and go. That's the kind of dude you got. You know what I'm saying? He like, look, we got a long distance relationship. Ain't no Skyping tonight. Get your ass on the plane. Get your drawers. If you know you got a commander in your life, lady, get your panties, put that shit in the purse, get your little deodorant, what you got to take, and be on that next flight, right? That's what you do, right? So, same thing. It's just like, man, you got to know your shit under this moon, under this influence. You got to know, and you got to have somebody that's willing to be like, damn, meet you where you at, because you may always be dealing with issues of a sexual unhealthy nature, or addiction, or drinking, or shopping, or smoking, or whatever it is that you got going on. This may be a life thing for you. You may never master it, and you're gonna work them out with people, but make sure when y'all working that out that shit is reciprocal. Jupiter's law gonna tell you, make sure you get what you need in your crazy. Make sure your crazy meet, or you're gonna have to do the internal spotless mind. You have to go get your mind erased, hypnotic, whatever. Make sure your crazy meet your crazy. Don't be mad about your crazy. Don't be self-analyzing it. Don't let people make you feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you like, however you like it. You know, that movie Natural Born Killers just came in. Know your Charlie Manson. Know your crazy. Don't do things with a person who cannot reciprocate the crazy. The attraction has to be the same, and then maybe down the line you guys can balance it out, because you're going to be drawn to that. You're going to keep being drawn to shit that you like, damn, I thought I was over that. Damn, I thought I had that. You know, I think this moon is going to be like, you're going to be like, why am I desiring somebody who's unhealthy for me? Sexually or mentally or emotionally. That's part of your crazy. You're unhealed in that area. And the moon is going to pull it out. It's going to pull it out. And so then you'll feel guilty. You know, you might feel guilty about it. I was about to say, I don't know why I'm focusing on sex so much, but I know why, because Scorpio. Freaky dickies, freaky scorpions, sexy scorpions. And maybe the Sagittarius moon that follows will bring you to your higher sense of self to understand your nature, you know, your yin, your yang, you know, your death, your life, you know, or whatever. But all I'm saying, you guys, with these relationships, don't feel bad if you've taken back somebody who cheated, or your marriage, whatever. If you can work it out, as people like to say, to your highest good, meaning that shit got to make sense to you. Don't let somebody just come back and tell you they're sorry and sell your dream. No, you got to work out the kinks. And that person has to be willing to go in the places that they don't want to go and face themselves, the man in the mirror. They have to be willing to do that in order to have the healing. Don't let somebody come back with the big gift or the Range Rover sitting outside. You know what I mean? If you're going to take it, then be willing to stay on the surface with that person. That's what they're going to be. Surface apologetic. They're going to be a surface type person. Tell you what you want to hear. When you tell a person, listen, if you want back under this darkness, you want back in this domain, you got to break yourself, meaning check your soul at the door. Pull it out. I want to see it. I want to investigate it. I want to look at it. I want to smell it. I want to taste it. And I'll give it back to you. Okay? This is deep, soulful shit going on. Right? I know you're crazy. You know I'm crazy. Don't come in here with that control and manipulating shit, because you're going to weed each other out. Pick it, dissect it apart. You know what I mean? And then take it in and heal it. Don't keep manifesting, you know, negative behaviors, because it's going to make you feel bad. You know, it's going to make you feel bad. It's going to make you feel bad. You know, if you're masturbating 30 times a day because you're resisting the temptation to go sleep with, somebody said Simple Sam. Who can put it down? Okay, Simple Sam. Do it. Because if you go back with Simple Sam and he done been with 12 other spirits, because his sex addiction is out of control, now you got extra. You just resisting the temptation of Simple Sam when you at home masturbating 20 times a day or whatever you got going on, versus now, damn, you done hooked up with Simple Sam and he got 5 other people he done been with since he been with you, and now you dealing with all those emotional dynamics. You got me fiending. I don't ever mind. So, you know, and then like I said, for people that are dealing with money and addiction just keeps coming to me, you guys. Addiction issues, money, gambling, sex, food, drugs, alcohol, addicted to self. I feel like it's going to be a time that you're crazy got to meet somebody else's crazy. And if you're by yourself and you're just working out your issues, you know, healing, fasting, praying, whatever you need to do, baths, spiritual baths, whatever you got going on, if you're just working out your issues and you slip up, then you fucking slip up. Just know that slip up is going to come with something, and you just got to be prepared to deal with it. But yeah, try and realign yourself with people that are like-minded. They're out there. Trust me, I went through periods with friends where I was just like, I can't do it, you guys. I can't. I don't want to talk about who the baddest bitch and, you know, what perfume and what this and what clothes and I'm like, look, every time I step on the scene with some women who have not evolved, it's an issue. I gotta explain myself, or they're picking me, or they're mind fucking me, and I'm like, I can't with the shenanigans. So, you know, yeah, and you know, I just can't do the surface shit. You know, so when people come to me and they're like, do you have to really get down like that? Yeah, because that's who I am. And I can't change myself to fit and alter you. That with me be allowing you to manipulate me to appease and satisfy you. You cannot control me. I don't want to see anybody controlled. You know, when someone gets offended because I knew something, it's like, hello, I got gifts. That's how I knew. I'm not manipulating and controlling you. I fucking knew. You should be more concerned that now that I pointed it out, what are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna clean that shit up? Don't be mad at me. Don't hate me because I'm Maybelline. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, because I don't like to control people. I really like to see people in their authentic self. I really do. I don't give a fuck how bad it is. I want to see. I want to see it. Because that's who the fuck you are. Don't be the wolf in sheep's clothing. Let me see it. I want to see it. You know what I mean? You fuck around and you got some sexual addictions or something and you like little kids. I need to see that. You know? I'm just saying, like, this is not a time to really hide. You're only hiding from yourself, right? To thy own self be true. Wherever you go, there you are. So, deal with those issues. I'm allowing myself to be seduced and... I wouldn't say seduced. I'm not being... This song came on for Taurus. I'm going to release it. Something told me to hit the button. I'm done, you guys. When I did October, I didn't release it, but I got a lot of shit that I need to release. When I did October, Taurus, this song came on, right? And when I got in my car, it came on. I didn't release the footage of it in my car, but I'm going to release it. And now I'm in my car, and it's on again. So Taurus is... I don't know what you guys need to do, but you know, it sounds like somebody telling you. You gonna have to do more than just. You gonna have to do less for you. I'm gonna release it, you guys. I'm gonna release it. I'm gonna release it. All that. You gonna need to do more than just. Know your shit. Oh, baby. You gotta know. I want you. You want me. You gotta break it down. You guys. Be cool. Be peaceful. Be easy. Be loving. Let the love spin round on it. Let the love spin round on it, you guys, okay? I'm just saying, Tauruses, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but it's a lot. You gonna have to do more than just. You gonna have to do less for you.